Tonight, we show you a club that former UA athlete Derek Williams helped promote.
We take a look into one of the biggest movements the city of Tucson has seen and how it's still continuing.
The UA took down the NEU Lumberjacks last weekend, and we have the highlights. All this on tonight's final edition of Wildcast.
This is Wildcast.
Good evening and welcome back to another week of Wildcast. I'm Lexi Suter.
And I'm Marlena Hamilton. Tonight's our final episode of the semester, and we rewind you through some of the top news stories of the semester. First, fans of football watch the Pride of Arizona perform at halftimes. Now with the football season over, it does not mean you will stop seeing them perform. The marching and pep bands also perform at men and women's basketball games and other sporting events. Wildcast reporter Taylor Basic shows us one of their practices and exactly what it takes to be part of the Pride of Arizona team.
The beginning of a new school year means a new football season for Arizona sports fans, but for more than 250 dedicated UA students, it also means the start of a new year for the Pride of Arizona marching band. The drumline, baton twirlers, pom dancers, color guard, and band members come together weeks before classes begin for practice camps and workshops. Under the leadership of director and music professor Jay Reese, the Pride of Arizona has become one of the top collegiate marching bands in the country, with a lot to look forward to this year.
The Pride of Arizona is very excited about the 2011 season. We're looking forward to this year. We've got all kinds of new exciting music that we're doing. As always, the Pride of Arizona tries to do something unusual, something different, maybe something that a football crowd hasn't heard from a marching band before. We've got some exciting, different visual moments that are going to happen throughout the year that you can look forward to as an audience, things that are going to involve the tubas as well as the dance line and all kinds of things that are going to be surprising, I think, to the audience. We were recently selected as one of the top 5 marching bands in the nation, and we're very proud of that acknowledgement, and that's because we always expect the most from every single member of the band.
Professor Reese leads the band at practice 4 times a week, perfecting their sound, choreography, and the overall image of the Pride of Arizona. But come game time, pressure falls on the shoulders of this season's drum major, sophomore Drew Erie.
Well, this season you can expect a lot of high energy stuff. Our show this year is very intense. It's probably one of the most intense shows we've done. Last year we did Muse, and that was really exciting, really in your face. And this year it's much more loud. I think we're working to improve our kind of drive and intensity. Because last year we had a really great season. Everybody there wanted to be there. They wanted to work, and this year we've started at that level. And so I expect to see out of the band an even higher level of intensity, and even higher level of dedication and work ethic. The Pride of Arizona is amazing. I know a lot of people say just amazing because it's things are amazing, but the Pride of Arizona literally is amazing. I come to rehearsal and every day I'm amazed by the people here because everybody here is so inspiring, they're so dedicated, they have the highest work ethic, and we get a lot done, and we put on a really great show.
Reporting from the University of Arizona for Wildcast, I'm Taylor Basic.
The Pride of Arizona announced last Friday that their show for the 2012 season will be Return of Radiohead.
One of our very own UA seniors started a nonprofit organization this semester called Willpower. Sammy Zarifi began this organization in memory of his brother, and he is donating all of the profits back to the Children's Cancer Foundation. Wildcast reporter Adriana Desidario was at the launch of Willpower to show us what it's all about.
Members of the new nonprofit organization Willpower are using sports to create cancer awareness. William Zarifi died from a brain tumor in 2008. His brother Sammy started Willpower in his honor.
And it was something that I saw that even though cancer took away all of his physical strength, it could never take what was within him. It was his willpower that was within him. So I want to prove to everyone that willpower is the thing that actually exists, and if you can embrace it, then you can do anything in your life.
You can easily find Willpower apparel by looking for the logo found on this t-shirt. All proceeds from the Willpower sports apparel line will go to Diamond Children's Center and the Steeles Children Research Center.
Will was an athletics aficionado, he was a manager of the basketball team, so that's why we're kind of doing an ode to him.
The club wasn't created without a lot of willpower from its members.
It took a little while for everybody to believe us what we were going to do, but we know the entire Tucson community. We got the deans, a couple of the deans on staff, the whole student population, the Greek life.
Willpower is looking to celebrity athletes to help bring awareness to its cause.
I'm really, really good friends with Sammy, and he just came up to me and asked me if he can do this for me, and of course I was willing to do all that. If it's for a good cause, I'm up for anything, and this is one of the best things I've ever done personally.
Willpower hopes Will's story will help inspire anyone who encounters the organization.
The question that I want to inspire with willpower in this club specifically is like, do you as an individual have what it takes to believe and to embrace the idea of willpower?
Reporting from the University of Arizona for Wildcast, I'm Adriana Desiderio.
You can support Willpower by purchasing a shirt from the clothing line. The apparel is available at the UA bookstore or at Wildcat Threads in the Rec Center.
I got one of those shirts when they were in the bookstore.
Yeah, no, it's a great logo, and it's even, the UA colors, so you can wear it at games and that kind of thing.
Exactly. Parking and Transportation says the new pay stations where you pay with your CAT card, debit, or credit cards has been successful. This semester, Wildcast reporter Brittany Bahina showed us just why the way of paying is easier than carrying around coins.
The days of being late to class due to lack of quarters are over. The U of A now has solar-powered digital parking meters. 35 digital meters have replaced the 450 coin meters on campus. For years, the university used coin meters, which must be emptied daily, but the new meters require very little maintenance and are monitored electronically. Marketing manager Bill Davidson from Parking and Transportation says that the department has received a positive response from the UA community.
Customer service has been really good. We've had very, very few questions about it. And basically anyone that can use an ATM machine is able to operate the new parking meters. They're fairly easy to use.
The meters state that paying for parking can be done in 4 easy steps. Press the keypad, follow the instructions, make your payment, and take your receipt. But some students have mixed feelings about the new meters.
Now it's a pain in the butt because there when you want to add time, it's hard to add time. It like gets confused, you can't, you know what I'm saying?
Davidson says that customer support is always available.
First thing we ask, we put a sticker on the meter that says if you need help or if you're having troubles, please call our customer service number.
Cat Cash, credit cards, and debit cards are all acceptable ways to pay, which makes parking on campus more efficient.
Before, when there's a coin meter, it's only allowed you 2 hours to park, as my friend told me, but now I can park from when I start until I end, so it's easy to me, better than I go out to put coin and return back to class.
Reporting from the University of Arizona for Wildcast, I'm Brittany Baena.
Parking and Transportation has taken the pay stations to a whole new level. You can now pay for a parking spot using a smartphone. Download the app or go online and you can pay for a parking spot or add more time. The pay by phone also will send you a text reminder a few minutes before your parking meter expires.
It's a great idea because everyone uses their card,
I know,
all the
and
time,
most people have a smartphone, iPhone or a Droid, so
take advantage of it.
It's a great idea,
yeah.
Really good idea. Stay with us.
I'm Derek Williams, the former U of A Wildcat. You're watching UA TV. Don't change the channel.
I see those clones looking down on me, but unlike those clones, this dog is free. Oh Lord, it's a dog's life. Oh Lord, it's a dog's life, dog's life. Oh Lord, it's a dog's life.
UATV 3 UATV 3 When I turn on the TV, I turn it to channel 3, cause they got all the greatest shows that I've been waiting to see. It's entertaining to me, cause it's pertaining to me and all the other Wildcats in the student body. We're broadcasting live to all the residence halls, so all y'all's in the halls, turn your TVs on to channel 3 for Sheezy, so you can see me and all the other happy people down at UATV 3.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. Now on to Wildcat Sports. For the better half of the semester, students battled construction on 6th Street, but it was well worth it. The UA football stadium got a huge new addition this year, a massive scoreboard that is the largest in the Pac-12. Wildcat Sports reporter Mike Rabin goes on the field to check it out.
Workers continuing to maintenance the Arizona football field might not have to worry about the sun anymore. The brand new towering scoreboard is helping to provide a little shade for these guys.
It's 113 feet across by 47 feet high. It is true HD, and it's one of the largest on-campus boards in the country. It's one of the largest boards in the country, period, for any venue. It will be something that I think everybody in the stadium is going to enjoy except for the officials.
Noise levels at football games will surely rise this season, as the new scoreboard has left Wildcat fans very excited.
What we want to be at the University of Arizona is known as a very inviting place, but at the same time a very tough place to play.
Byrne says $5 million was invested for the board, structure, and everything along with it.
A good chunk of the construction, the steel, was done with local contractors. We want to try to support the local economy as much as we can.
Like any new technology, there's always some bugs that need to be worked out. Opening game went well, but the sound system still needs some fine-tuning.
We anticipate that you'll hear a very different sound system because the music, the announcements, and everything that goes along with it is very important too to help set the stage.
The new scoreboard took a lot of work. It is truly an unbelievable experience that nobody should miss out this season. But all the construction on 6th Avenue, right outside the stadium, has left many students feeling frustrated.
They start really early, so it's really loud, and they bang on the walls sometimes, and you can hear the beeping of the trucks, and it's just enough to keep you awake.
I've driven through it a number of times myself, and even at 5 o'clock, just to test it out, see what it was like. And is it a little slower? Sure. But at the same time, too, anytime you're going to do new projects, construction, economic development, different things, at times there'll be inconveniences with it.
Construction is projected to be finished within the next 2 weeks, earlier than expected. But Byrne is not done yet.
In January, we anticipate breaking ground on our North End Zone project. That's going to be a $72 million facility. That'll be the home of Arizona football.
The new facility will include new concessions, restrooms, and new stands for fans. At Bear Down Stadium, for Wildcast, I'm Mike Rabin.
The Wildcat football team had a rough season, but the scoreboard was a hit with fans. The scoreboard's signature Arizona A can be seen from miles away.
The A literally can be seen from miles away. I was over by the airport on Monday, and I could see the scoreboard from way out there.
I know. I love, though, that you can, it's such a statement because Tucson is such a college town, so it's good to show our school spirit.
It really is. The UA basketball team started the semester ranking 16th. Now we are 6-2 in non-conference play. The Wildcats played the NAU Lumberjacks on Saturday, beating them in a low-scoring game, 53-39. Wildcast reporter Evan Murray gives us the highlights of our Wildcats taking on another win.
Our basketball team played NAU this past Saturday. The game wasn't exactly eye candy, just like the NAU's coaches' slacks and sneakers weren't. It's safe to say NAU held the ball for 40 minutes. With Rich Rod, our new football coach in Zona Zoo, it brought more excitement to McHale Center, though U of A won 53-39.
A teaching lesson for us because sometimes when you play against a team that puts you on defense for that long, you can uncharacteristically take chances, become undisciplined. Your offense feels much different because you're always on defense, and then if you take a quick shot and miss it, or you miss back-to-back, it's almost like, well, this really feels funny.
They like to hold the ball. We're playing 35 seconds of defense every time, so you just have to get used to that.
Kyle Fogg struggled in the first half, but his ability to lead the team and brush off a few missed shots helped the Wildcats take over in the second half.
Kyle Fogg, to me, is the story of the game because he had 20 minutes where the ball couldn't go in. I think last year he played Northern Arizona, the same thing happened. And yet he answered the bell in the first 4 minutes of the second half, like a senior, like a good shooter that he is.
Our inside presence seems to be our biggest concern because of our lack of size. We barely out-rebounded NAU, the Wildcats totaling 29 rebounds, while the Lumberjacks weren't far behind with 26.
We're such a small team that wing position, that forward position, rebounds, shots inside the arc are so valuable for our team.
With very few inside players, if Jesse Perry and Solomon Hill are not consistently dominating inside, we have to rely on our outside shot. Hill recently got switched from the small forward position to power forward, depending even more on staying in the post.
Jesse, to get to the 5, he keeps taking the ball out. But I think other than that, it feels natural. It's the same thing. I'm just in around the rim more, and it lets our guards play a little bit more.
With limited playing time, our freshman center Angelo Chol had 2 game-changing blocks and 2 rebounds. As the season continues, he will become an important factor inside.
I would have liked to have played Angelo a few more minutes. I think he played 10 minutes in the first half and only played 1 in the second. It was more a function of how the game just went, playing your older guys in tough games.
Solomon talks about what Arizona's tough schedule looks like.
I like it. I mean, that's what Arizona's all about. You play the tough teams day in and day out. It's going to be a hard one going to Florida. And then the next 3 games are games that's going to decide our future.
I'm Evan Murray reporting for Wildcast.
The Wildcats take on number 12 Florida at their home court tomorrow at 7 p.m. Tune in and cheer our Wildcats on. Stay with us. Wildcats will be right back.
Welcome back, and now on to our final story of the night. The Occupy Wall Street movement began in October and has taken off in cities across the nation. For the past month, Tucson has seen its very own Occupy movement in downtown's Armory Park and then moved to 20 de Agosto Park. Wildcast reporter Charles Misra visited the occupiers to see exactly what they're doing.
Occupiers in Tucson are still going strong. The Occupy protesters are passionate about their fight to initiate change, as they are trying to make a difference on a daily basis.
A typical day like for me is trying to do all that I can to protect our rights. It's a hard job.
My personal involvement is to get people to get involved, to do something about it. Everybody knows that crap's going down, but nobody does anything about it.
Living outdoors for an extended period of time under harsh weather conditions can really take its toll. That's why Tucson occupiers are coming up with plans and resources to adjust to the winter season.
We got gloves donated to us and socks to keep people's fingers and toes warm, and we lose a lot of circulation when it's cold if they're not moving them around or keeping them covered, and they can get frostbitten or get infected if they have any open wounds. So we just want to keep them, clean and dry, and so we don't get people sick and have any medical issues there.
I sleep maybe 3 hours at the most a day. And so I'm up all the time, and I kind of see what's going on around here, and I'm waiting for to start the generator because I want some hot coffee, and we can't get hot coffee till the generator gets fired up. And lately we've been out of gasoline and can't even fire the generator up.
It's been really cold, like it's starting to get colder. Winter's coming in, like for Tucson, winter comes in like around toward the end of December, the beginning of January. It really gets winter. So we've been thinking about winterized tents and other things like that, but we don't plan on stopping. No matter how cold it gets outside or how hot it is, we're gonna keep doing this until we change this country. It's time for that change.
The Occupy movement is taking hold because of its strength in numbers. And if you want to join in, well, it's as simple as coming on over and making yourself at home.
As far as the movement is concerned, it's difficult to feel like we're actually getting the word out and making a difference yet. But I know we will. We are the 99% and we're not going away.
Reporting for Wildcast, I'm Charles Misra.
Occupy Tucson has had ongoing issues with the city for the citations they receive by breaking park rules. Since the start of Occupy Tucson, over 700 citations has been given.
That is all we have for you tonight. You can watch us anytime online at uatv.arizona.edu. We will see you back here next semester. I'm Marlena Hamilton.
And I'm Lexi Suter. Enjoy the rest of your week and good luck on your finals.